from, but
all right.
So,
there were like people screaming and running around. I don't understand it.
It was a car. It wasn't people screaming.
Well, there are no cars in my dorm room, so...
Okay, all right.
That must have been one of y'all.
All right.
Alright, so what happens is you start putting up decorations that say Merry Christmas all over
On
the
public
streets,
property.
and then like and he plans to put it in the courtyard thing, and then
Wait. Is this Christmas with a capital C?
Well, the thing is that what really pissed me off about this movie was that it's September and they're already making a Christmas movie.
Yeah, it ended up being a Christmas movie, which doesn't make sense. And it's funny because in one of the scenes they're in a pharmacy and they're in the frame are Mother's Day cards.
They keep that shit on lock. It's like, dude, they're better than Hallmark at that pharmacy. They got all that stale candy up in front and shit. But they forgot to put the Mother's Day cards away. And, what else did they forget? Oh, it was clever that they put the production company's logo on every single thing. Like I don't know what the company's name is. It's like Hell Warrior or something, whatever. But he has a patch on the back of his vest that has the company's logo. He has a poster on his door that has the company's logo. He has his logo almost everywhere in the movie, so it's just... I don't know how this got a wide release.
It says that Bill O'Reilly's in the movie.
Yes, he is. Yes, he is.
And by in the movie, it's a low-quality, like...
YouTube snippet.
YouTube clip, courtesy of Fox.
Yeah, and they have it nicely cropped, so all you see is Fox. So all you see is Fox. It doesn't say Fox News. It just says Fox. And they have enough nerve at the end of the movie to put him as like one of the main characters in it.
What did he say in it?
It was just it was like a Christmas rant from like 4 years ago. They use stuff that isn't even up to date anymore, and
so when's the movie set? Like,
I don't know.
It's weird because it's modern in the beginning, but then it's 14 years later and it's still the same time.
Like, when does the kid die? Like, does he die during the war? Or
well,
he dies in a war. It doesn't say what war. It's clearly in the Middle East, but.
So this movie's set in the future?
Well, see, that's what I don't get. I think, I want to say because his son in the movie is 14. So I'm guessing it might be in the future because if he's 14 and, Desert Storm, not Desert Storm, but Iraqi Freedom and Afghanistan was 2002, 2003. So it has to be 2016. I was waiting for some Deus Ex shit in it.
So maybe this is the prequel to 2016 Obama, or that.
Yes, we have seen that. Olivia and I have both seen that. It had some logic behind it, and then the last 20 minutes of it was like a Romney commercial, and everybody in the audience hooted and hollered. I love the fact that they used Obama making mistakes when he was doing speeches as a reason why he shouldn't be elected for things. It's it doesn't work. Olivia can elaborate on that. You can elaborate on 2016, Olivia.
No, I was just looking up this Marshall R.T. guy. He was on Babylon 5 and Star Trek and Stargate SG-1. Who was he in the movie?
He was the main character.
You serious?
Yeah.
He was like the white version of Adama. He kind of had the same haircut, and he tried to talk like him.
I thought he looked like a bloated old Ted Danson.
So after the feds are like, hey, wait, what are you doing, guy? Like, he's kind of going nuts. He's on not bulldozers, like giant cranes and shit, putting up decorations and going nuts, like, Merry Christmas, blah, blah.
Yeah,
anyway, so
Ebenezer Scrooge.
He goes crazy, so they hype up this villain called the Hammer.
Yeah.
And he's this black guy, and he's like, blah, blah, essentially, like, I'm coming, and he comes, and, like, everybody's all scared of him, but he doesn't do anything.
Yeah, what's really funny is because, like, at the beginning of the film, the kid comes, like, I don't know how that worked, because what happens is that they come for Thanksgiving dinner. The next thing you know, he's enrolled in their school. And apparently this kid is, so I don't know what happened, like they came over and I guess they decided to stay, because it's like, for the majority, like the beginning of the film, it made it seem like, that they haven't seen her and him for like years.
Yeah.
And they just come over for Thanksgiving dinner, and next thing you know, they're like living with them.
Then she tucks him in the first night they're there, and she goes, "You're excited for the first day of school?"
Yeah.
I'm like, what?
Dude.
So he gets.
I'm pretty sure that was the actual school schedule for people who were alive in the 1800s.
I don't know. But he goes to school, right? And he gets in trouble, and they make a big deal about it, and they have this
What's he get in trouble for?
The camera is
he praying in school?
The camera was posed on the principal's desk, right? And it was posed for like maybe 5-10 seconds, and it would like pan so you could always see the little cardboard thing that was covering whatever it was, and they made it sound like it was a weapon or drugs or something, and then like they were talking about suspending him, and then it was because he was praying in school, and that apparently it's illegal. In that,
he had the little New Testament.
Yeah.
But he was praying.
He had like the little Gideon's New Testament.
Right?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
the principal's delivery though, it was like those action movies where the guy's kind of shaking, he's really nervous, he doesn't want to talk about it. He's like, we can just forget this ever happened. Like you imagine there's gunmen outside, type deal. Like it was like really like intense. Like we're just gonna forget this ever happened, right? Blah 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 blah. And it was clearly the Bible because you see him holding it earlier.
Yeah.
But the fact is, they completely blew it out of proportion.
And then
you wouldn't get suspended for bringing your Bible anywhere. That's not against the rules.
Well, then they realized that they made a mistake there. So when they left, the janitor, who for whatever reason, this guy knows everybody in the town. So the janitor says, "Well, that ain't really illegal." So he goes back in there, and then the guy's like, "Oh, I know it's not illegal, but because we're afraid of the hammer and stuff like that." I'm just like, oh.
How is Fred Williamson as the Hammer? That sounds like a movie he would have played when he was in Blaxploitation.
Boss nigger. Oh god.
He says like his first. Because that's after they say, hey, like the press goes nuts in the mayor, like, hey, you're in violation of separating church and state. So he's like, I don't care, I'm taking back America, and he's like, I'll hold a press conference, and that's when they warn him about the hammer. So he has the press conference, and he's saying, look, guys, it's blah 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 blah. We have the right to practice whatever religion we want. Then the hammer walks in, and you're like, oh shit, that guy's the hammer. What's gonna happen? He's gonna like be this witty, law spouting guy, but he doesn't. He just says separation of church and state, and then the guy gives a rant about like the Constitution and like the forefathers, and then the black guy just starts to get upset. It's like, yeah, but it's church and state. And then he leaves.
Oh.
So he's like one of the world's most ineffectual villains.
Yeah, he's hyped up. His name tag on the desk says, in quotes, hammer.
Oh my god, that's so badass.
He doesn't do anything.
In case anyone was wondering, for whatever reason, the little emo boy in the movie, guess what he was in, Travis?
What?
He was in Middleman.
What?
Middlemen. You know the movie, let me get the synopsis up. I'm on IMDb. Chronicles Jack Harris, one of the pioneers of internet's commerce, as he wrestles the morals and struggles of the drown of sea conmen, mobsters, drug addicts, and porn stars.
Oh, that's the movie I saw advertised about?
Yeah.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Here's a little picture for anyone that hasn't seen this boy yet. He just looks, oh my god, wow. I don't know how this kid got a role in this movie.
He looks gay, just like the kid in Christmas with a capital C.
I know. For some reason, I feel like they stole a lot of ideas from Christmas with a capital C.
Oh, what gave
Could
me
you
that?
just send a link?
Why is he playing a 14-year-old in this movie?
To be fair, he looks really heterosexual in this picture in comparison.
Well, you know what's really weird? Guess how old this guy is, Travis? He's older than me. He's 22.
Shit.
Dude,
how old is he supposed to be?
14. 14 in the movie.
He looked really gay in the movie. He had, like, dyed hair, and it was all long and in his face. Anyway, so... What happened? What starts... His kids are practicing for, like, a school play, and, like, the school systems are ridiculous. Besides the fact that you'll get suspended for bringing a Bible, they have this ridiculous winter play they put on, like the chorus does.
Yeah.
Play, and they're so secular that they have this just extremely bizarre, like, alien play.
Yeah,
aliens.
It's like Ancient Aliens, the musical.
And like the story elements are clearly the Christian Christmas story, but they're told with aliens. Like, it was foreseen that the king would come to the planet Earth, and they're like, well, how do we know the king? How do we know he's the king? And how do we know he'll accept us since we're just 3 aliens? And it was like, we'll bring him gifts. And he was like, and instead of the North Star, it was like, the celestial something will lead us to the pot of gold.
Yeah.
No school system would do that. That's offensive.
Because
outrageous.
Well, the reason why is because Giorgio is on the staff.
Oh yeah, and the secular teacher, he couldn't just be a regular guy. They made him gay. Yeah,
they made him, like, he did the hand gestures and
he had a boyfriend too.
He did?
Yeah, the guy he was with, the bald guy.
Oh, I thought that was the principal.
Yeah, but then you saw them together though, how they acted. Well, remember when they're on the balcony?
I didn't want to call them gay on that, but
I would say it was hinted they were a couple.
Okay.
I thought gays was really hinted on that balcony scene, the way they talked to each other about theater.
Well, yeah.
Only gay people like theater.
The fact is, they show the secular teacher who's proudly pro. I mean, he is. He's directing the play about aliens, and they make him gay. Like, so yeah, they're not only are we being corrupted by secular people, but it's like the gays are now the villain as well.
What was his role in the movie?
He was just some weird guy that was directing a play. I mean,
like, and all of his lines were like stupid and overlong and trying to make you like dislike him because he's obnoxious and silly.
Yeah.
And really flamboyant.
It was so funny that those people in the audience laughed.
Yeah, and it was clearly they didn't get like a flamboyant guy who was funny. It was clearly like a fake flamboyance.
Yeah, it was like
this guy. You could tell this guy's just like a husband to someone. And it was like a poor impersonation of a gay guy.
I think it was pretty much like one day they were playing like a game and like he did his best gay impersonation and the director from In case you haven't known, the director of this film, he was the bailiff in Idiocracy.
Everybody remembers the bailiff.
That's the only thing.